Welcome to my channel, Value Old Coins. Here we explore rare coins, their history, and their true value. If you love coins and collectibles, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. The 1985 D Washington Quarter is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This coin was issued by the United States Mint of the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark located on the obverse, just to the right of Washington's ponytail ribbon. While on the surface it is a common circulation coin, the 1985 D Quarter is interesting from a numismatic perspective because of its design history, composition, production numbers, and collectible potential. Like all quarters of its era, it carries the enduring symbols of American identity: liberty, in God we trust, e pluribus unum, and United States of America. On the obverse front of the coin is a familiar portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, facing left. This bust was created by sculptor John Flanagan, whose design had been selected in 1932 when the quarter dollar was redesigned to replace the standing Liberty quarter. Washington's bust is clean and classical in appearance, showing him in a military-style profile with his hair tied back in a simple ribbon. Around the portrait, the inscriptions read Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left, and the year of issue 1985 at the bottom. To the right of Washington's neck, the D mint mark signifies that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. This obverse design remained in use with little change for decades until it was slightly modified in 1999 for the state quarter program. The reverse back of the 1985 D Quarter carries the original Flanagan Eagle design, which had been standard since 1932. The eagle is shown with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows that symbolize military preparedness, while an olive branch rests below, symbolizing peace. This pairing reflects the United States' dual commitment to strength and peace during the 20th century. Above the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America and the Latin motto E pluribus unum, translated as out of many, one, which emphasizes the unity of the states forming one nation. At the bottom rim of the reverse is a denomination, quarter dollar. The clean and symmetrical design remained a fixture of the coinage for nearly 70 years until the launch of the commemorative state quarters in 1999, making the 1985 D Quarter one of the last generations of coins with the traditional reverse. Composition-wise, the 1985 D Quarter is made of the standard clad coinage alloy adopted by the U.S. Mint in 1965. Prior to that year, quarters were struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, but rising silver prices forced the mint to switch to a copper-nickel clad composition. The 1985 quarter consists of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving it durability and a silvery appearance. It weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, and is 1.75 millimeters thick, with a reeded edge. This durable composition was chosen to withstand decades of circulation, which explains why many 1985 D quarters can still be found in pocket change today. In terms of mintage, the Denver Mint struck an impressive over 519 million Washington quarters in 1985. With such a high mintage, the 1985 D is considered a common date coin in the Washington Quarter series, and most circulated examples are worth only face value 25 cents. However, condition plays a critical role in numismatics. Coins that have been well preserved and exhibit no wear, scratches, or blemishes can be far more valuable. In higher uncirculated grades, such as MS65, gem uncirculated, or better, the coin becomes more appealing to collectors who specialize in modern quarters. Exceptional examples graded MS67 or higher are rare and command strong premiums because so few coins survive in such pristine condition given the vast number minted for everyday use. Era coins from 1985 D can also spark collector interest. Like other clad quarters of the era, certain striking or planchet errors occasionally occurred, including off-center strikes, clipped planches, double dies, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. For example, a quarter mistakenly struck on a dime blank. Such mint errors can transform an otherwise common coin into a highly collectible rarity worth many times its face value. Collectors often search rolls of 1985 quarters looking for these unique variations. From a historical standpoint, the 1985 D quarter represents a time of transition in American coinage. It predates the explosion of modern commemorative circulating designs that began in 1999 with the 50-state quarters program and continued with the America the Beautiful quarters. In contrast to these later coins filled with diverse designs celebrating states and national parks, the 1985 D quarter retains a long-running, traditional Washington and eagle motif, which many collectors appreciate for its classic and timeless look. For everyday Americans of the time, this coin was simply another piece of change. But for today's collectors, it offers both nostalgia and an opportunity to study the craftsmanship and history of U.S. mint production in the 1980s. In summary, the 1985 D Washington quarter is a common circulation coin minted at the Denver Mint, bearing the enduring portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the traditional heraldic eagle reverse. Struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, with over 500 million produced, it remains widely available, though high-grade mint-state examples and era coins can hold significant collector interest. Its United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, Liberty, In God We Trust, and Quarter Dollar reflect the nation's values and identity. While most examples today are worth only face value, the coin continues to serve as a window into a pivotal period of U.S. coinage history, bridging the traditional Washington quarter design era with a later explosion of commemorative issues that redefined American quarters for the 21st century. The 2007 Montana State Quarter is part of the United States Mint's widely celebrated 50 State Quarters program, a circulating commemorative coin series that ran from 1999 to 2008, honoring each of the 50 U.S. states in the order they were admitted to the Union. Montana, often referred to as Big Sky Country, was the 41st state admitted to the United States on November 8, 1889, and its coin was released on January 29, 2007 as the 41st quarter in the program. On the obverse front side, the coin features a familiar portrait of George Washington, the nation's first president, designed by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932 and later adapted for the quarter series. Surrounding Washington's bust are inscriptions reading United States of America across the top rim, Liberty on the left, and the national motto In God We Trust on the right. At the bottom, the denomination quarter dollar is inscribed, while mint marks such as D, Denver, P, Philadelphia, or S, San Francisco for proof coins, appear beside Washington's ponytail ribbon, identifying where the coin was struck. On the reverse, back, side, the Montana quarter is deeply symbolic of the state's rugged western heritage, wide landscapes, and cultural identity. The design features a prominent American bison skull, buffalo skull, set against a sweeping outline of Montana's majestic mountainous terrain. The bison skull was chosen as a tribute to the Native American cultures of the northern plains, particularly the Plains tribes who revered the buffalo as sacred and relied upon it for survival, sustenance, and spiritual traditions. The mountains in the background symbolize the state's natural beauty, referencing the Rocky Mountains, vast forests, and rolling prairies that dominate Montana's geography. Below the skull and mountains is the inscription, Big SKY Country, Montana's official state nickname, which reflects both the expansive, unbroken horizons of the state and its reputation for dramatic, wide-open spaces. The reverse design was created by Donna Weaver, an artist in the U.S. Mint's Artistic Infusion program, and sculpted by Phoebe Hemphill, who was responsible for engraving the final details that appear on the coin. Additional inscriptions on the reverse include Montana at the top rim, marking the honored state, and 1889, the year Montana achieved statehood. At the bottom of the coin appears 2007, the year of issue, along with the Latin motto E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many, one, which has been a long-standing national motto symbolizing unity among the states. The combination of the buffalo skull and mountain landscape was chosen from thousands of citizen-submitted ideas, reflecting Montanans' pride in both their natural heritage and their Native American cultural history. The Montana quarter, like all state quarters, is composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy, with an inner core of pure copper and outer layers of a copper-nickel mix, giving it the standard silvery appearance of modern circulating quarters. It has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and a weight of 5.67 grams, with a reeded edge. The U.S. Mint struck hundreds of millions of these coins for circulation at both the Denver and Philadelphia mints, while the San Francisco Mint produced proof versions, including special silver proofs for collectors. Circulation strikes can be identified by their mint marks, D for Denver and P for Philadelphia, whereas proofs display an S. Collectors often value Montana quarters for their aesthetic appeal, symbolism, and place within the historic 50-state quarters program. While most circulation strikes are worth face value, 25 cents, coins in high-grade mint state, MS-66 or higher, condition can fetch modest premiums among numismatists, and proof versions, especially the 90% silver proofs, are highly prized in complete sets. Beyond monetary worth, however, the Montana quarter remains an important piece of American numismatic and cultural history, honoring a state that embodies the spirit of the West, native traditions, and awe-inspiring natural beauty. Its unique reverse design, the bison skull silhouetted against the mountains, makes it one of the most distinctive and memorable coins of the entire series, perfectly capturing the essence of Montana as big sky country. The 2015 Saratoga quarter from the America the Beautiful Quarters program is a historically significant coin that commemorates one of the most pivotal events in American Revolutionary War history, the British surrender at Saratoga in 1777, a turning point that secured French support for the American cause and set the young nation on a path toward independence. This coin, released on November 16, 2015, honors the state of New York and specifically highlights the site preserved today as the Saratoga National Historical Park, a unit of the National Park System established to protect the battleground where the surrender took place. It is the 30th coin in the America the Beautiful series, and the fifth and final quarter issued in 2015. On the obverse front, the Saratoga quarter features the enduring portrait of George Washington, designed originally by John Flanagan in 1932 and slightly modified for the modern state and national park quarter programs. Washington's bust faces left, and surrounding him are inscriptions that appear on every U.S. quarter: United States of America along the top rim, Liberty on the left, and the national motto "In God We Trust" to the right. At the bottom, the denomination is displayed as quarter dollar. Just next to Washington's ponytail ribbon is a mint mark, which in the case you mention is a P, indicating that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Other versions were struck at Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, with San Francisco producing both standard-clad and silver-proof issues for collectors. The reverse, back, is where the true historical storytelling of this quarter unfolds. The central design depicts the symbolic moment of General John Burgoyne's surrender of his sword to General Horatio Gates, representing the surrender of the British Army to American forces at Saratoga, New York, in October 1777. Instead of showing full figures, the design focuses on the dramatic detail of a British officer extending his sword hilt first toward the American hand that accepts it, emphasizing not individuals, but the act of surrender itself. This choice symbolizes the monumental nature of the victory rather than elevating one person, thereby commemorating the event as a collective triumph for American independence. Around the scene, inscriptions include Saratoga at the top rim, marking the site, New York just beneath to identify the honored state, 2015 at the bottom to note the year of issue, and E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, the historic motto of the United States. The Saratoga National Historical Park preserves the battlefield where this decisive encounter occurred. The surrender at Saratoga is often called the turning point of the American Revolution because it was the first major surrender of a large British army, and it convinced France to formally ally with the Americans in 1778. French support brought crucial naval power, funding, and manpower, ultimately leading to the eventual victory at Yorktown in 1781. By choosing this design, the United States Mint honored not just New York, but also one of the most consequential chapters in the struggle for independence. The design was created by artist Barbara Fox of the Artistic Infusion Program and sculpted by Renata Gordon, one of the Mint's talented engravers. Like all America the Beautiful Quarters, the 2015 Saratoga quarter is composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving it durability and the familiar silvery sheen. It has a standard weight of 5.67 grams, a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, with a reeded edge. In addition to the circulation strike produced at Philadelphia and Denver, the U.S. Mint released a variety of collector versions, uncirculated coins, clad proofs, and 90% silver proof struck at San Francisco. Each of these variants holds appeal to different segments of the numismatic community. In terms of mintage, the Philadelphia Mint struck more than 213 million Saratoga quarters, while the Denver Mint produced a similar figure, ensuring wide circulation across the country. The San Francisco Mint, on the other hand, produced limited proof runs for collectors, making those examples scarcer and often commanding higher premiums. Circulated examples are generally only worth face value, but pristine mint state, MS-65 and higher coins, particularly those with no contact marks, can be worth more to collectors. Proofs, especially the silver proof quarters, carry the most collectible value, often sold as part of annual mint sets. Beyond the technical details, the Saratoga quarter stands out in the America the Beautiful series for its deeply meaningful subject matter. Rather than celebrating natural scenery, wildlife, or architectural landmarks, it emphasizes a crucial moment of international consequence. The coin's imagery captures the spirit of American resilience, cooperation, and determination during the Revolutionary War. For New York, it highlights the state's central role in the nation's founding struggle, while for collectors and historians alike, it serves as a miniature canvas depicting one of the Revolution's most defining turning points. In this way, the 2015 Saratoga quarter functions not only as circulating money, but also as a history lesson, a patriotic reminder, and a piece of artistic commemoration of the birth of the United States.